So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a scene inside of Photoshop, and I'm going to save that as a Photoshop file that I can then bring into Premiere or After Effects to do some motion graphics or include in a video if I want to. So here's this 3D space scene, and here's a character, and I'm going to combine those two things together in a scene. But I want to make sure that it is the video size. Like I want to make sure that's a same screen resolution as my video when I'm planning this. I call this kind of like planning the puppet or planning the different parts to the scene, the different layers to the scene before you bring it all into Premiere or After Effects. So Photoshop does this really nicely. If I go new, it has all these preset things. It goes film and video. So I recommend just going HD. So plan everything in 1920 by 1080. So right here, it already gives you a template. Film and video, 1080p, 1920 by 1080. Select this, and this gives you a template. Then you can take your different parts to your scene and drag them over here. So I'm going to close that down there. And then there's my character that I've isolated, and drag the character over. These things here, these preset guides, are safe margins areas. So that's just like, hey, if you want the action taking place over here, it won't be cropped off because there's different size screens, right? So if all of a sudden you move something over here, this is not a safe area. It could be cropped off. So these guides refer to the safe margins area. I would save that as a Photoshop file, and then it'll keep all of your layers. So I've already done that. I'm going to right click, going to import, and then I'm going to import my space and character PSD file into here. You do not want to merge your layers. You want to keep individual layers. You can bring it in as a sequence if you want. That's kind of cool, right? So you don't have to make the new sequence, but I already did. So bring in the individual layers. Go OK. Oh, look at that. It brought them in already here in its own bin. So I didn't need to make this one here. So I'm going to delete that bin there. There's my space and character, all my layers from Photoshop already there. And there's my sequence. So my new sequence is opened up here. If I click over on this one, this was the previous one that I just made. So the cool thing about Premiere is you can make multiple sequences inside of one project. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I don't need this background. That's just white, right? So I can delete the background. And then my two main layers are the character. So I'm just going to drag the character over here. Drag that image so it's longer on the timeline. And then drag this background here. And there you go. Voila. You have your character and your background brought into Premiere from Photoshop, ready to animate and do what you need. So here's my character. Turn the eyeball off, turn the eyeball on. And then I can move that character around like everything I showed you before. You could be animating. So let's go to video effects here. And you can throw video effects on the individual layers here, right? Let's see what twirl does on the character. So you can see you can add different effects, different video effects, and they will react to the things that you put in there. So just to demo this very quickly, it's all keyframing. So I can just go here, enable all those keyframes. I can maybe put like a slight angle so she looks like she's moving a little bit. So move that down. Move that over, move that up. And remember, you don't have to repeat all that. You can just go select all those keyframes, copy, Command C, unselect them, put the space scrubber where you want, and then Command V. And there you go. You've got some motion right there, just from a video effect right on your character. There you go. So right away, with a video effect, I isolated my layer here, threw a video effect on it, and created some motion that way.